Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 2024 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships in Pilsen, Czech Republic. I am Erasm Ivans, joined by Amelia Potter.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have an exciting session for you this afternoon. We have the 83 kilo juniors. It will be two flights, one consisting of 9 and the other consisting of 10. I think a lot of exciting lifting ahead of us. We have, of course, in the second flight, the reigning world champion. And we'll have a lot of good lifting even before we get there here in the B flight.
Yeah, just looking at the nominations in the A group, the top 3 seem to be separated by only 3 kilos, so certainly a very tight battle for the win we're looking forward to.
Yeah, but we've seen it already this week where lifters from the B session have been able to medal in individual disciplines, and there's a couple Croatian lifters in this flight, and as you said, they're particularly good specialists at sneaking onto the podium from B flights.
Yeah, specifically here looking at the nominations, it might be Gabriel Wiszek with a 300 kilo personal best deadlift who might be able to sneak onto the podium from the B group. And as the clock counts down, the bar is gonna be loaded for Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland, opening at 185 kilos.
This is Bjornsson's first year as a junior, coming straight from the sub-junior, still relatively new to the sport and 2 years competitive experience. Three white lights, a good lift.
Jaroslav Kubíček of Czech Republic will be going up next, opening at 205 kilos.
Yeah, nice conservative opener. Current squat PB stands at 230. So hoping for a nice easy opener to get something in on the board before you build from there. Often a good strategy.
And as you said, very conservative and very nice opener.
3 white lights. Has a job title of rescuer. Very interested in that, what he rescues. Perhaps we'll find out later.
Yeah, although these are junior lifters, we have seen a whole different range of jobs there.
Well, yeah, juniors go all the way up until age 23.
Liam Malone of Ireland, opening at 207.5.
Kilos below his personal best. Very snappy looking opener for Liam.
Yeah, another pretty conservative opener there.
Weighed in super light as well, 79.14 kilos, and still not even the lightest in this flight. Bjornsson weighing in at 77.22.
And there we have Nathan Cavren of Belgium, opening at 210 kilos. Still reasonably conservative, 17.5 kilos below his personal best.
The weight looked very comfortable in his back. I'd say that's pretty conservative.
Oh, unfortunately, a no lift due to depth calls from both side referees.
Let's have a look at that in the replay. Looking for his hip crease to be in line, more than in line, below the top of his knee joint. I think it's a hard call. It definitely looked borderline, and I think it's just a judgment call. The referees are in a better position than we are to see that.
And next up we have the man on a mission, Gabriel Visek of Croatia, opening at 222.5.
Very steady looking opening squat for Gabriel.
3 white lights and a good lift for the Croatian. And next up we have Nicolas Warnen of Belgium, opening at 222.5.
Yeah, just 7.5 kilos below his personal best. So I imagine should this move well, he'll surpass that on his second. And it does.
Yeah, that moved fairly fast.
White lights, a good lift.
There is Otto Sules of Finland, opening at 225.
Otto coming straight out of the sub-juniors. His first year as a junior here, at 19 years old. Opening 20 kilos below his best.
Very nice and comfortable looking opener there.
A good lift, 3 white lights. Yeah, maintains position all the way throughout that squat, making the weight look very comfortable.
Next up we have the second of the Croatians, Gabriel Friščić.
Still haven't seen him come out just yet, but he is about to. Still has 38 seconds left on the clock. Just needs to get that squat command rather, before that time runs out. Plenty of time to do so. 7.5 kilos below his personal best.
Nice and solid there for Gabriel. And for our last squat opener of the 83 kilo B group, we have Adam Bernolak of Slovakia, opening at 230 kilos.
A little shaky in the walkout, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
A pretty powerful opening attempt. A depth call from the center referee.
Yeah, let's have a look at that in the replay. Usually, and I emphasize usually, if you get whites from the sides, you're okay. That's the position the referees are in where they can really see depth the best. And it does look a lot better from the sides. I think you should be okay with that.
And as we wrap up our first round of squat attempts, everyone but Nathan Cavren getting a good lift. He's gonna have another go in the second round. The first will be Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland.
Yeah, and all 9 lifters now above the 200 kilo mark on their second attempts.
This is to match Bjornsson's personal best of 200.
Slows down but manages to push through the difficult part of that squat, and it is 2-1, a good lift.
A depth call from the left hand side referee. We're gonna see the replay from the perspective where he got the white light. And that is very much on the limit, but I think it should be okay.
Yeah, and it's not unusual to see lifters who can get one hip slightly further down than the other hip.
Nathan Cavren of Belgium opting to jump 10 kilos to 220 after missing his opener on depth.
A risky strategy, but certainly less risky missing it on depth than obviously any other issue. Still want to make sure you get a squat in on the board.
Let's see if the 10 kilos can push him just slightly lower.
Well, the weight still seems to be no issue for him.
And it's a 2-1 this time. The right hand referee seems to be satisfied with the depth. The left hand side not yet.
I'll have a look at that again in the replay, but for now he's got a squat in on the board. And the jury seem happy with it as well, so it will remain.
Jaroslav Kubicek of Czechia taking a 15 kilo jump to 220 for his second attempt.
This leaves him just 10 kilos below his personal best, 230. It's a very nice looking squat. And a good lift, 3 white lights.
Now we'll see if he jumps to his personal best or maybe a few kilos more. Liam Malone of Ireland jumping 15 kilos to 222.5.
Yeah, getting very close to his personal best of 227.5. His coach seems very happy with him there, even before he starts.
And that's a very solid second attempt there for the Irishman. As his coach seeming very happy. Sometimes with these younger lifters, the coaching is also a big part, training for the right mindset, not just for the bigger numbers, as they have a long and prosperous career ahead of them.
Well, yeah, that's the hope. We do see a lot of juniors drop off afterwards, and it's important to try and foster an environment where they want to stay into the opens.
And there we have Gabriel Wiszek of Croatia jumping 10 kilos to 232.5.
Slow but steady. I want to wait for the lights there. Yep, 3 white lights, a good lift. I think the issue sometimes with slow squatters, if they're not squatting deep enough, is it gives them plenty of time to see where that squat depth is, but luckily he is squatting plenty deep enough.
Nicolas Warnen of Belgium, going for 232.5 for a 2.5 kilo squat PB here on the second attempt.
A little bit scrappy, but it moves well.
Yeah, it really tries to utilize the bounce from the bottom, the stretch reflex. And next up we have Otto Sjuls of Finland, jumping 10 kilos to 235.
Yeah, stands him just 10 kilos below his best. Perhaps we'll see an equal jump should this move well. Very solid looking second attempt for Otto.
Yeah, nice and steady, keeping the control. And Gabriel Friščić of Croatia jumping to 237.5 to match his personal best on the squat.
Still really lovely. Moving well, 3 white lights.
Yeah, just beautiful execution there.
Utilising slightly smaller jumps than his competitors, but it's more important to get where you want on your third in a way that's comfortable to you rather than trying to match other lifters.
And for our last of the second attempts here in the B group, we have Adam Bernolak of Slovakia, opting to take a 12.5 kilo jump right to his personal best at 242.5.
Little bit of work, but you expect it to be. Ooh, unfortunately not deep enough. 2 to 1, a no lift.
Depth calls from the right hand side and the center referee. And I think he might have cut a slight bit of depth there.
Yeah, which certainly will hurt him. He'll have to choose whether to retake or go up.
And to start off our third round, we have Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland. Jumping 5 kilos to 205. The 200 was not the easiest, but I think 5 kilos might still be there.
No, I think a smart decision there. He knows at the bottom it's not going to go up. Conserve your energy, don't push through something you're not going to get.
Absolutely. It's lovely to see a big grinder, a big fight, but of course for the competitor it really takes a lot of energy.
And it's important to know when to do it. If you're fighting really close battles right at the top, then you need every kilo. But if you've still got a whole competition left and you're not fighting, there's no point.
Nathan Cavren of Belgium going for 230 kilos. For a 2.5 kilo personal best here.
Yeah, missed his opener on depth, went up anyway, and the risk paid off. Looking for an equal jump here.
And he needs to reach the exact same or better depth than on his second. Second being a 2-to-1.
Well, the depth certainly looked better that time round. We'll have to wait and see.
And his 3 white lights this time. Just getting rid of the reds one by one there.
Yeah, what a place to do it. Your third attempt certainly is the one you want to see those white lights on.
And on the same weight, 230 kilos for Liam Malone of Ireland. Going for a 2.5 kilo personal best there.
Attempt from Liam there.
Absolutely perfect selection of the third attempt. Got pretty much everything he had there.
Yeah, huge effort there. Like you said, perfect number on the bar. Big effort from Liam.
Jaroslav Kubicek of Czech Republic.
Looking to match his personal best here in his third attempt. Another fantastic third attempt.
3 white lights. Great attempt selection. Matches his personal best.
Yeah, and all the way through squats, he's maintained that form so nicely, and it's really aided him.
And next up we have Gabriel Wiszek of Croatia, opting for a 5 kilo jump to 237.5. This will not quite reach his personal best, standing at 240. But of course he is conserving energy for the deadlifts where he really shines.
Yeah, and it's important to take what you have on the day, not what your plan was necessarily. And it looks like that was the number.
Yeah, it's 3 white lights, but it didn't look like he had a single kilo more there.
There's 4 lifts remaining before we head through to the A group for the 83s.
First of which, Nicola Varnon of Belgium, 240 kilos.
It's a good lift, 3 white lights, maintained fantastic depth all the way through.
Yeah, quite an effort there from the Belgian to secure a sizable personal best on the squat. And we have 3 squats to go here in the B group session. Otto Sules of Finland going for 242.5.
Oh, what a fantastic effort from Otto there.
Yeah, even his shaking while struggling seemed like it was in slow motion.
Well, I've seen lots of lifters shake from their opener and it's not affected their lifting whatsoever. Some people just tend to be a little bit shaky under the bar as well.
Gabriel Friščić of Croatia going for 245 kilos. This is to add 7.5 to his personal best.
Another really well called third attempt there.
Absolutely secures a nice personal best. And goes 3 for 3 on the squats.
It's nice to see some good attempt selection here from the teams.
Adam Bernolak of Slovakia. He opted to jump 2.5 kilos there from 242.5.
Yeah, imagining he's just wanting to get a personal best here in his third attempt.
And he wins the B group squats with this, which is at least a personal victory.
That is a fantastic effort.
And it's 3 white lights this time. He has gone low enough, and that is gonna wrap up the 83 kilo B group squat session with Bernolak managing 245, taking the lead ahead of Friščić on bodyweight, and Sules at 242.5 taking the third place. Of course, everything here is subject to great tectonic changes as we go into the A group, where we have some excellent squatters.
Absolutely, those were phenomenal squats, but as we do head into the A group, we'll see first, second and third taken with openers, which just shows the standard that we're about to see of lifting. Of course, Manson Adagu being one of those lifters who's current junior world champion. First out we have Diego Lopez Doriga Subeldia from Spain, opening on 230 kilos. Nice conservative opener, 30 kilos below his max. And it looks it.
Yeah, very nice first attempt selection. And as we move through this championship, we are expecting to see bigger and bigger jumps from first to second to third, because the weights being moved are bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's the general trend we tend to see. Of course, some anomalies, but generally we do see that. Justin Wu from the Netherlands now opening at 235, has dropped it quite considerably from 250, so wondering if warm-ups were feeling particularly difficult. Let's see how this 235 moves. His personal best is 260. Yeah, it seems to be a good decision from Team Netherlands to drop that. It's a good lift, 3 white lights.
Yeah, not the easiest, but we'll see how far he can push it.
That just shows the experience to adapt and change on the day with how it's feeling and what you need to do rather than, like we said, what you were planning to do. Now, Oriol Faris from Spain, opening on 240 kilos. Again, another conservative opener, 27.5 kilos below his best. Wow, and it is very, very easy. 2-1, a good lift. He does get a depth call from that left-hand side referee. So we'll have a look at that in the replay. Bearing in mind, this is the side he gets the white lights from. I think it's just in. He won't want to squat any higher, but there are no points for deeper squats. Elias Hanken Ferkestand from Norway. Ooh, and the jury's overruled that, unfortunately, to a no lift. Elias Hanken Ferkestand from Norway, 245 kilos. Just a repeat, no lift for Faris. But the weight was easy. I'm sure that's something he can do time and time again. Lovely deep opener. A little bit of a slowdown on the way up, but still moved pretty well.
Yeah, definitely no depth problems there.
No. Let's have a look at that from the side angle. Squats it lovely indeed. Serrano Augustine from the Netherlands. 260 kilos. 13 kilos below his personal best and what I imagine to be a Dutch record. He's only been competing 1 year and is the youngest you can be in the juniors at 19 years old. I'm a little bit worried about that depth, I've got to say.
We'll have to wait for the lights. It's a 2-1.
Well, I'm glad to be wrong. We'll have a look at that in the replay. This being the side he gets the white lights from. The way I was viewing live was where the red light was from. Yeah, it looks a lot better there.
Absolutely, yeah. He won't want to go any higher than that, but that should be just alright there.
Now, current junior world champion Manson Adagu from Great Britain, opening on 260 kilos, actually has upped his opener where it was at 255 before. He knows he's going to have to push, be a big fight at the top between himself and the Italians. And that is a deep squat if I've ever seen one. Wow.
Yeah, and immense power there.
Yeah, still maintain the speed even with all of that depth. Let's have a look at that again. I suppose that's the strength it takes to become world champion. Jakub Pelikan from Czechia, opening on 260 kilos. immediately moves him into bronze with 2 lifters to follow. Just shows the caliber of lifting in this A flight. Very nice opener. Very interesting squat stance as well. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, nice and solid opener there. See again on the replay, opting to take a rather high bar placement.
Yeah, it's a very upright squat.
And it seems to be working very well for him.
Yeah, it's lovely. Demetrius Davizoglu from Greece, 265 kilos. Upped his opener from 260, so perhaps warm-up's feeling pretty good. Currently on prognosis in 3rd overall. Imagine he wants to stay there ahead of Hanken Fiskerstrand. Every kilo is going to count. Very controlled squat on the way down. That's a good lift, 3 white lights.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, definite podium contender. He's going to want to keep racking up those kilos. And we have 1 squat remaining before we head into the next round. Gabriele Bellomo from Italy, 280 kilos. On prognosis in 1st ahead of Adagu. Of course, we saw last time that he climbed the ranks. Opening 5 kilos below his best. Just lost out on that world title a few weeks ago, looking to redeem himself here for the European title.
Another very deep squat we're seeing here.
Yeah, those are our top 2 contenders. Let's see what it makes. Have a look at that again.
Yeah, waiting for the referee lights.
I'd be very surprised if I saw anything other than whites there, if I'm being honest. We'll wait to confirm that anyway. And just a conclusion there. It will be, when we get to it, Bellomo there. There we go at the top, 3 white lights with 280, followed by Davizoglu, and then Adagu currently in bronze with 2 squats remaining for each lifter. We head through now to the 2nd round of squats, with all lifters managing to get a squat in on the board. Diego Lopez de Riga Zubeldia from Spain jumps 10 kilos to 240 for his 2nd attempt. And looks like a nice 2nd attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, these A group squats going fairly well so far.
Yeah, we tend to see some of the older lifters with a bit more experience in the A flight. Justin Wu from the Netherlands, 245 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener. Still 5 kilos below what his opener was meant to be, so I think a definite good decision from Team Netherlands there. Just looking to rack up the kilos that he has today. That is a big fight there from Justin for a second attempt, but it looks good, and it is 3 white lights.
Yeah, let's hope he takes a reasonable jump and is able to grind through it.
Yeah, I imagine to see him jump 5 kilos to his third, maybe even 2.5, knowing how the Netherlands are quite safe with their jumps sometimes. Oriol Faris from Spain, I was mistaken before, obviously without the first lift on the board, got overruled by the jury, which is why I was mistaken. Gone up anyway to 252.5 kilos, just got called on depth for his opener. Still jumping 12.5 kilos. Try and sink him into the hole a little bit more. Can be risky, but it was very, very easy for him, so I doubt it's too much of a risk.
And I think he sank it lower this time. It's 3 white lights, leaving absolutely no room for doubt there.
Yeah, it was a lovely second attempt. He nods on the way up, very secure in himself there. I'm still unsure how I feel about lifters nodding on the way up, seeing it how it can throw them quite off balance. I've seen it before. Celebrating too early sometimes. Elias Hanken Fiskerstrand from Norway jumps 10 kilos to 255 for his second attempt. He's going to be trying to fight for a podium position if any of the top 3 or 4 drop off at all. That is a hard second attempt. What a phenomenal fight he had.
Yeah, really quite a grind there, and we'll have to see on the replay if he perhaps just had a slight technical mishap.
I don't think so. I think it was just hard.
Yeah, it would seem so.
And would you go up for that, or would you X out that final lift, do you think?
Honestly, it depends on whether he believes he's going to be fighting for a significant position, perhaps for team points or anything reasonably close to that. Otherwise, I would probably save the energy for deadlifts.
Serrano Augustine from the Netherlands, 270 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener. Moves him into squat silver for the time being, with 4 lifters to follow. Another big fight we see here from Augustine. And 2-1, a good lift. There's a depth call from the left side referee, which we'll have a look at in the replay from the right hand side. That looks good there. Of course, this is the side that he gets a white light from.
I think he also got a depth call on his first attempt from the left hand side, and it would seem he's just a bit asymmetrical while squatting.
It happens, yeah. Manson Adalgu from Great Britain now, jumping 12.5 kilos to 272.5 for his second attempt. Looking to build a big subtotal heading into deadlifts. We saw a few weeks ago that's where he really jumped up. This will take him into squat silver for the time being, with 3 lifters to follow.
Let's go, Manson.
Another very deep and great power on the way up.
Yeah, and 3 white lights, a good lift. Let's have a look at that again. I know that he's looking for a personal best in this competition, but the kilos will come first.
And he does not want to risk missing even a single attempt, because it's just such a tight battle between him and Belomo.
Yeah, I would imagine see maybe 7.5 on that. Dimitrios Devazaglu from Greece, 275 kilos, a 10 kilo jump. Like we said, a contender for podium overall. It was a lovely opener from Devazaglu. This one is tough, but he fights through it. Seeing some hard second attempts here.
Yeah, he's shown great heart to be able to get through that one, but I'm afraid we're gonna start seeing a lot of misses going into the third round, considering how hard these second attempts are.
And if we don't, we're going to see some grinds of a lifetime. Jakub Pelikan from Czechia, 275 kilos, a 15-kilo jump. Looking to get as close to the podium as he can in case anybody misses. Let's move him into squat bronze. As he is heavier than Devazagalu. And it looks good. 3 white lights.
Yeah, it's slowed down a bit. We'll have to see. I'm not quite sure if that is squat technique that can really be grinded out. It's very dependent on the bounce back from the bottom and the basically getting the most out of the stretch reflex.
Yeah, it's not the easiest second attempt we've seen, but also not the hardest. Gabriele Bellomo now from Italy, jumping to 290 kilos. Already sitting in squat gold. Looking to rack up as many kilos as possible. He's a very well-rounded athlete though. Doesn't really fall short in any of the 3 lifts. Just needs to have a good day with smart selection. And it looks like he's having it.
Yeah, the second attempt moving as a second attempt would be expected to move.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Unlike a lot of his co-competitors here in the A group. And as we start the third round.
Yeah, everybody now with a squat in on the board. Faris, of course, getting his second attempt. Bellomo leading with 290, and behind Devazagalu from Greece on body weight ahead of Pelikan. Adagu just off the squat podium for now. Justin Wu from the Netherlands taking a 2.5 kilo jump to 247.5. So it seems that everybody at least looks like they're coming out for their third attempt.
Unfortunately, he got every kilo he could have out of himself on the day on the second attempt, and the third one will unfortunately be a no lift. And I need to make a slight correction. When we were talking ahead of the flight, there was a tight battle between 3 guys. One of the Italians is not competing.
Yes, Andrea Orlandi is not here competing, so it's Bellomo versus Adagu.
So basically anyone nominated from 4th to 9th probably has at least a chance of jumping onto the podium.
Diego Lopez Doriga Zubeldia, now from Spain, 247.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump from his second. And that is a lovely third attempt from Diego, and a good lift.
3 white lights, a great selection there.
I think perhaps anywhere from 4th to 9th is maybe a tad generous. I think anywhere from 4th and 5th could fight for that podium. Maybe 6th, but it would be a big push. But we'll have to see what happens and how it unfolds. Elias Hanken Fiskestrand from Norway, 260 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from his second. His second was tough, one of the many tough seconds that we saw. But he is one of those names that you mentioned that will be pushing for a podium if he can. he can just keep pushing, it seems.
We were doubting him, and we're gonna have to apologize for that.
I would rather be wrong. Honestly, I'm glad that he proved me wrong. 3 white lights, a good lift, and a very good grinder, it seems. Oriol Barras from Spain now, after missing his opener on depth, came back with a 12.5 kilo jump and got it. Now jumps another 12.5 kilos to 265. His squats have been so fast so far. He just needs to make sure he maintains that depth that he found on his second attempt. And it looks like he has found that depth once again. And it is a good lift.
It's 3 white lights and another beautifully grinded out third attempt there. We were really doing a disservice there to the sheer will and heart of these competitors to grind out every last kilo they can on the day.
Yeah, they're doing it well so far. Let's hope Serrano Augustien from the Netherlands can also grind it out. Has jumped 5 kilos. So we thought the 2.5 would have been the conservative safe option. 5 kilos would have been the next best jump, obviously. This will take him into squat bronze for the time being. We have Davazaglu and Adaglu to follow.
Let's go. Big fight. It's yours, come on. Big fight.
And there we go, proved us wrong once again. 3 white lights.
These men can grind.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see the amount they are pushing themselves and each other today. Moves himself into squat bronze. And currently sat in squat silver, but it's not secured, not yet, as there's still 3 lifters to follow. Dimitrios Davazaglu from Greece. He had the grind of a lifetime on his second attempt, adds 2.5 kilos more now in an attempt to get those extra kilos to stay in a good position on the podium. 5 kilos ahead of Pelican heading into bench press. It's a big ask, but we've seen him grind before.
Oh, huge effort there. One side was going up, but the other side was just stuck there, and he didn't leave a single kilo on the platform.
No, it was a great effort. Like you said, went up a little bit lopsided, but it was a phenomenal effort. 275 was already a huge grind. He still stays in squat silver for the time being, but Adaglu and Pelican looking to take that. Madsen Adaglu from Great Britain, 280 kilos to move into squat silver, and he's the lighter of the two taking the weight, so he'll stay there if he gets this. We thought he would take that 7.5 kilo jump, and they did. I think that's the best decision for him right now.
Yeah, he really needs to be not taking any risks, just silently collecting kilos.
Let's earn it, come on.
There it is, does not sacrifice any depth on that third squat. 3 white lights, a good lift, and a great start to the day for the reigning world champion. Now silver has already been claimed by Adaglu. Jakub Pelican looking to take squat bronze. If he misses this, he lands off of the podium. And of course, this will keep him in reaching distance, just 2.5 kilos behind Davazoglu heading into bench press. 280 kilos New personal best. It's a big ask, but I'm sure he's going to put everything he has into it. Like you said, you think his squat style is not necessarily one that's easy to grind through. I'm sure he will try.
And a huge battle there, but yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, you were right. It's a very upright position, and it gets to that middle point, and the momentum goes. It's so hard to push through, but what an effort.
Yeah, with a position this upright, it's basically just your quads trying to do all the work. Whereas if you are with a lower bar position, there's the whole posterior chain of muscle helping out.
Now our final squat of the session, Gabriele Bellomo from Italy taking a 10 kilo jump to 300 for a new personal best, a huge milestone. Also puts him in a great position heading into bench press. He wants to keep as far ahead of Adagu as possible.
And the crowd is going absolutely wild as he steps onto the platform.
That's a big weight on the bar. You always want to see someone lift 300 and up.
You need this.
Oh, and a phenomenal fight from Bellomo. He rarely misses.
And he's not going to be missing this time. It is 3 white lights for Bellomo to wrap up our 83 kilo squats.
Let's have a look at that again before we head into a quick summary. Phenomenal effort. And a summary now of the squats as we've seen them. We have Davazaglu from Greece walking away with squat bronze with 275 kilos on body weight, ahead of both Augustin and Pelican. In squat silver, Adagu from Great Britain with 280 kilos, and in squat gold, Bellomo from Italy with 300 kilos. We're going to head into a short 10-minute break now before bench press. Don't go anywhere and we'll see you then.
Hello and welcome back to the 2024 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships. We have had an exciting squat session in the 83s there, and we are going straight into the B group bench press. Just taking a look here at the B group results, of course, Adam Bernulak leading on body weight, but of course the majority of the A group guys ahead of him. And first of our B group bench press openers, we have Nathan Cavren of Belgium opening at 132.5.
Yeah, just 7.5 kilos below Nathan's personal best.
Nice and solid opener there for Cavren, securing a subtotal. And he's followed by Liam Malone of Ireland, opening on the same weight.
Yeah, just 2.5 kilos below Malone's personal best.
And another nice and solid opener there, just waiting for the lights.
Yeah, look very comfortable. I see no reason why he won't surpass his personal best and beyond on his second attempt. It's a good lift.
Gabriel Friščić of Croatia, opening at 140. A popular opener here in the B group.
Nice easy looking opener.
Absolutely flying up as you want your opener to. Nicolas Warnen of Belgium also opening at 140. Already his personal best here.
Seems like he's going to surpass that very soon. It's a good lift.
Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland also opening at 140.
Nice easy opener. Looking good for 2.5 kilos below his personal best. 3 white lights.
Bars loaded.
Gabriel Wiszek of Croatia opening at 142.5.
It's a good lift, 3 white lights, seeing some excellent looking openers. Really, an opener should be something that, should you need to, you can retake it 2 more times. If you need to sink it a little bit more, that you can. If you need to change something technically, you can, and the strength will still be there. So it should all go well. The opener should be something that moves like that.
And on the same weight for his opener we have Jaroslav Kubicek of Czechia. And his 3 white lights, very smooth opener there.
Bars loaded.
Next up we have Adam Bernolak of Slovakia, opening at 157.5.
That's a good lift, 3 white lights.
Want to see the finish lifter ending the round. Bars loaded at 160 kilos for Otto Schulz.
And for our last opener of the big group, Otto Schulz of Finland, opening at his personal best of 160 kilos. Seems he has made gains in the gym.
Yeah, not too uncommon to see someone as new to the sport as he is at his age as well. Wow, very easy opener and a good lift. I'm not sure how many people can say that at 19 they were benching 160 kilos and above.
Absolutely, the opener absolutely flying there for the Finn. As we go into the first round, obviously no major surprises there.
No, really not the place where you want to see any drama on your openers, and it's good to see that they all managed to get one in on the board.
And starting off the second round, Nathan Cavren of Belgium, going for 137.5, pacing himself to break his personal best on his third attempt if this moves well.
finished that up a little uneven, but still moved well.
I still moved decently fast, and I think they'll go for a small PB on the third.
I can see another 5 kilos on top of that being justified.
Liam Malone of Ireland going for a 7.5 kilo jump to 140 for a 5 kilo personal best.
Starts to slow down a little bit, but it looked like a successful lift, and it was. 3 white lights.
And next up we have Nicolas Warnen of Belgium going for 145. 5 kilo PB for him there.
A lot of lifters lifting around about the same weight in this flight. The next 4 lifters will take 150 kilos. That's a tough looking second, but he did really well to fight that up.
Yeah, we'll see how much more he can jump for his third. Maybe with slightly better technique, if he can clean it up completely.
I'm not sure the technique broke down too much. I think it just was getting a little bit heavier.
We'll have to wait and see there. And as you said, 4 athletes will be taking 150 kilos now. First of which, Gabriel Friščić of Croatia. This is to match his personal best.
Opting for one of the bigger jumps of 10 kilos.
And it's a rather comfortable second for the Croatian.
Yeah, definitely one of the easiest second attempts that we've seen so far.
Gabriel Víšek of Croatia, his compatriot, also going for the 150, also matching his personal best.
Three white lights, a good lift.
Slows down a bit, but he might be able to squeeze a couple kilos more out of himself on the third.
I think that's a pretty solid second attempt.
Jaroslav Kubíček of Czech Republic, the third lifter here in a row going for the 150.
Just 2.5 kilos below his personal best. Two to one, a good lift. He does get a yellow from the side referee, so we'll have a look from that angle and see. Usually that indicates there's some sort of lift. We'll have a look at the feet and the glutes from this angle.
Well, does not seem to be. The glutes and the feet remaining planted nicely. Arnar Gaui Bjornsson, our fourth athlete going for the 150 kilos. This will be a 7.5 kilo personal best for the Icelander. And it's a fighter there, locks out his right arm and then manages to lock out his left. It's 3 white lies, but that looked to be very much on the limit.
Yeah, I can imagine only a very small jump to his third. That was, like you said, very much a limit lift.
Oh, it was a 7.5 kilo personal best, so I think he'll be satisfied with it even if he does not go for a third. And now we have Otto Sules of Finland going for 165, a 5 kilo jump. I'd say very reasonable. His first one moved pretty decently.
Probably the nicest second attempt we've seen so far, and one of the heaviest at that.
Yeah, we'll see again on the replay. No signs of slowing down for the Finn. Keeping up perfect technique. And now our largest of our second attempts, Adam Bernolak of Slovakia, taking a 12.5 kilo jump to a 5 kilo personal best at 170.
Yeah, our heaviest second attempt and the biggest jump of the flight as well.
This is showing he's feeling very confident. Let's hope it moves well. Oh, and the big jump not paying off there for the Slovakian.
Yeah, like you said, it jumped straight over his personal best, 12.5 kilos. A big ask for bench. Unless you're, like you said, being conservative still or you're very confident, but at your top end, it's a big ask.
And going into our third round here. Starting off once again with Nathan Cavren of Belgium. Jumping 5 kilos to a 2.5 kilo personal best at 142.5. And a very nice selection of a third attempt. Goes for a small personal best and secures it. Liam Malone of Ireland, jumping 5 kilos to 145. Big fight there. He was not giving up, but the bar just got stuck halfway up.
Yeah, his second attempt was hard, so 5 kilos perhaps a little bit too eager there. But hindsight is 2020. I think a lot of the lifters hesitant to take that 2.5 kilo jump.
Nicolas Warner of Belgium going for the exact that, the 2.5 kilo jump. Just looking to add an extra 2.5 kilos to his bench and his total.
Yeah, it's important to utilize it. Better get 2.5 kilos than miss 5.
And I think that was right on the money there from the Belgian team.
That's a good lift, 3 white lights.
3 lifts to go to change orders for the A group. Bar is loaded, 152.5 for Gabriel Isek.
Gabriel Vishek of Croatia. Opting to take the smallest jump of 152.5, just trying to secure those extra 2.5 kilos.
Bravo, Gabriel.
It's a good lift, 3 white lights. And setting himself up really well, might end up with a total that puts him in that top 9 anyway.
Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland going up next. His second was a pretty hard of a grinder there, but he opted to take the 2.5 kilos. Just try and add onto the total. Wow, a heroic effort there from the Icelander, but unfortunately his second attempt was as much as he could do on the day.
Yeah, for a moment there I thought he was going to break through that sticking point once again, but once is enough in one day.
Gabriel Fricic of Croatia going for a 5 kilo jump for a 5 kilo personal best at 155. Quite a lot of fives there. Ooh.
A good catch in the spotters and loads there. I think he just got a little bit crushed on the chest there.
Something going very wrong on the way down.
155, bar is loaded.
Jaroslav Kubicek of Czech Republic also going for 155. A 2.5 kilo personal best there if he can get it. And I think his second attempt was one of the more reasonable ones.
Yeah, I would say so. A bit of a struggle, but still managed to push through it.
And his 3 white lights and a good lift.
Yeah, setting his hands up a little bit uneven on the bar, so slightly a bit more to the right, so did really well to keep pushing through that unevenly.
Otto Jules of Finland going for the 170. His second attempt, the fastest of the bunch. I think he definitely has the strength to press it if he can get the right execution.
Yeah, he's looked really, really strong so far. And if you asked me out of all 9 which was going to get their 3rd attempt, I probably would have said Otto. And that will be why.
Yeah, still pretty comfortable for a 3rd attempt. It's 3 white lights and a good lift for the Finn.
Ladies and 107. This is Adam. Bar is loaded. Adam Deadlift.
Yeah, lovely 3rd attempt there.
And for our final bench press of the 83 kilo B group, Adam Bernolak taking a very ambitious jump of 12.5 kilos from his first to his second and missing it. He's reattempting it now. Let's hope with the right execution he can get it up.
It looked like a better execution, but I just think it was too much of a jump.
Yeah, perhaps too eager. And there we have so the Finn Seals taking the lead on the bench press here in the B group, with Bernolak in second and Friščić, and Vishek actually, no, Kubicek, pardon me, in third. As we move into the A group, of course, everything subject to a lot of change.
Yeah, similar to squats, although we've seen some great benching from this B group, I believe the gold, silver and bronze in bench press will be taken in the first attempt of the A group. Kicking us off, we have Serrano Augustine from the Netherlands, 140 kilos. Opening just 2.5 kilos below his personal best. Lovely soft touch there.
Yeah,
And a good lift, 3 white lights.
Looking very comfortable.
And the 2 general techniques you tend to see in terms of touch point on bench is a heavy, which leads to more sinking, or a soft touch point, which we can see here, which leads to more control. Diego Lopez de Riga Zubeldia from Spain, opening on 142.5 kilos. Just 7.5 kilos below his personal best. Oh, extremely easy opener for Diego, and a good lift, 3 white lights. Oriol Faris from Spain, opening on 160 kilos, 2.5 kilos below his personal best. Went to approach the bar from behind. Oh, he is doing so. I thought he was told he's not allowed to do so. Oh, he's maybe physically showing the spotter how he wants the handout done as well. A lot going on there.
Yeah, quite a story of a bench setup.
But we're here. We made it. And it was easy.
All that work just for the crucial half a second of the bar moving up.
Yeah. 3 white lights, a good lift. He wanted to use his whole minute up. You heard of 15 minutes of fame. Powerlifting is 9 minutes of fame. Elias Hanken Fiskestrand from Norway, opening on 165 kilos. Kilos below his personal best. Already with 5 lifters to follow with the opening attempts, this will catapult him to bench press silver, even having the B group completing all their 3 benches already.
It's a 2-1, a depth call from the right-hand side referee.
Yeah, so that will be for elbow depth. We'll have a look at that right elbow. Side referees generally a more difficult position to tell that from, especially with someone who tucks, just like Hanken Fiskerstrand does. Keep an eye on the jury, but for now, Gabriele Bellomo from Italy, opening on 170 kilos. 2.5 kilos below his best.
He's opening quite high there, Gabriele Bellomo, and he's in a very tight fight with Adagu.
A little bit of work there, but we've seen him grind before.
Seems reasonable enough for an opening attempt.
Yeah, perhaps a bit heavier looking than you'd want, but it's a good lift nonetheless. And I think the personal best we have then perhaps just isn't completely updated from Worlds a few weeks ago, so we'll see where he ends up. Justin Wu from the Netherlands also taking 170 kilos for his opening attempt. 5.5 kilos below his personal best and Dutch national record. And that is a good lift, 3 white lights. Manson Adagu from Great Britain, opening on 170 kilos. Trying to build as much as he can heading into deadlifts.
He's gonna want to take at least a couple kilos out of the Italian going into the deadlifts to give himself the best fighting position that he can.
Yeah, and they're very fairly matched on bench press and on deadlift. Wow, but that was much easier than Bellomo's opener.
Absolutely, that he almost fooled me thinking he was just moving an empty bar.
Yeah, certainly plenty left in the tank. I think can afford to make a slightly bigger jump than the Italian team. And it's a good lift. Jakub Pelikan from Czechia, 180 kilos for his opening attempt. Our penultimate opening attempt. The world and European junior record standing at 205.5.
And that is another very fast-moving opener there. Pelikan definitely a threat to the podium overall if he can gather ground here on the bench press.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be fighting Devazoglu, and they both have very similar deadlifts as well, so it will be a really close battle. They're very evenly matched. However, Dimitrios Devazoglu, our heaviest bench opener with 187.5 kilos. Like I mentioned before, the world record standing at 205.5 kilos in the juniors.
And if this moves as fast as our last two openers, he's definitely in reach of the record.
Yeah, perhaps. I would expect so. And if he does go for it and get it, that chip certainly will help when fighting for podium. And it looked like it moved well.
Yeah, that's a very nicely moving opener. We'll see the jump he takes to his second. If he's going for the record, I would expect nothing less than 197.5.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I'd imagine to see if that's what they're aiming for, a 10 kilo jump from there. But we'll have to wait and see as we head through to the second round of bench. All lifters managing to get a bench press on the board. Davazaglu leading, followed by Pelikan and Schulz from the B group currently. However, we now head into the second attempts, and Serrano Augustine from the Netherlands jumps 7.5 kilo to 147.5. Yeah, I think he just skipped the the press command there. Have a look here. I thought the press was very quick, and that would have been because the centre referee had not given it.
That will probably be it, because we haven't seen any other technical mistake, so...
Diego Lopez de Riga Zubeldia from Spain jumps 7.5 kilo to 150 to match his personal best here in his second. And it's still moving very comfortably. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, very easy for a second attempt there.
Oriol Faris from Spain jumps 7.5 kilos to 167.5. 5 kilo on top of his personal best. Again, choosing to enter through the back of the rack. Which I'm not sure, I was sure that wasn't allowed, but I must be mistaken. And the weight looks comfortable. Let's wait for those lights.
And it's 2 white lights and a good lift for the Spaniard. And I remember there being talk about outruling getting on the bench from the front side of the rack and also leaving the rack through the front side for the squats, but it would seem it has not been made a rule yet.
Yeah, I've been seeing lifters told not to enter through, leave through the front of the squat rack on squat, and I have seen before lifters being told off for entering through the back of the rack, but like you said, perhaps not officially in the rules yet. Elias Hanken Fiskerstrand from Norway, 170 kilos, 5 kilo jump from his opener. It's a good lift, 3 white lights.
A very strong opener there. Does not get the depth call this time.
$175 kilos for Gabriel Bellomo from Italy, 2.5 kilo personal best, and moves him into bench press bronze for the time being, with Wu Dagu and Pelikan to follow. Just an idea of how close it is on bench. This moves him from 7th into 3rd on bench press. Slows down a little bit, but moved very similarly to his opener, actually.
Yeah, I think there might be hope that he can get like somewhere in the region of 180 for his 3rd.
Yeah, perhaps smaller jumps than they were planning to take. Obviously, Adagu now being able to make up a little bit of ground in making bigger jumps. 177.5 kilos for Justin Wu from the Netherlands. 7.5 kilo jump and a 2 kilo personal best. Looking to take home a Dutch national record with him.
big grind there, and he was pushing through, but at a certain point the bar just stopped. He couldn't get any further, and that's gonna be a low lift, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the bar started to dip, and I think he made the sensible decision to stop pushing through when he knew it was already a no lift there. Very frustratingly high sticking point for him as well. Manson Adagu from Great Britain taking a 10 kilo jump from his opener of 170, which was extremely easy.
Yeah, the 170 absolutely flew up, and he is hoping that the 180 does not move much slower.
Yeah, and if that's the case, he can certainly close the gap slightly between himself and Belomo heading into deadlifts. And he did not slow down that much, really.
The question now is, how much do you risk?
That's the thing, you want to get as many kilos as possible without risking not getting that third attempt. The gap looks quite large between them right now, but as we saw at Worlds, Adagu can really put some big jumps on his deadlift. Jakub Pelikan now from Czechia, 187.5 kilos to move him into bench press silver ahead of Adagu. For a new personal best on top of that as well.
And he's still white lights and a good lift for Pelikan.
Yeah, moves himself into silver on bench press ahead of Adagu, meaning that Belomo is knocked off of the bench podium for the time being. And actually, no, he's knocked off completely because Adagu's second is higher than Belomo's third. Now our final second attempt, Demetrios Devizoglu from Greece, 195 kilos. And I do think if they were pacing for that record, they would have jumped a little bit more. So perhaps just going for the 200 kilo milestone, which is another huge thing to take home with him.
Absolutely, and also playing it safe, gathering the kilos for the fight for the third place in the overall standings.
And it seems like the smart choice there for Team Greece. 2 to 1, a good lift.
A sensible decision there.
Yeah, gets a yellow from that left-hand side referee, and I'm wondering if from the side we could see any sort of lift. Seems to be some wobbling, but I think he should be okay with that.
I think his glutes just barely stayed in contact with the bench press.
And now we head into the third round of bench. You can see Davizoglu leading with 195, followed by Pelikan with 187.5 and Adagu with 180. I believe those will be our bench medal holders. We'll see in what order. No, they will stay in the order they are in for now, regardless. We head now into the third and final round of bench press. Serrano Gostian from the Netherlands, retaking 147.5 kilos. And there we go, he gets it this time round, 3 white lights. Diego Lopez Rodriguez Ubeldia from Spain, 155 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from his second. It is a good lift, 3 white lights.
Yeah, very solid third attempt for the Spaniard. Pretty easy for the third attempt.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those so far, actually. Oriol Fares from Spain, taking a 5 kilo jump to 172.5 kilos. A new personal best. Another pretty easy looking third attempt, actually.
Yeah, the Spanish team playing it very safe there with their bench press third attempts. Perhaps not realizing how strong they really are.
Or maybe just looking to be a little bit more conservative, trying to find those team points. Who knows what their strategy is. Elias Hanken Fiskestrand from Norway, jumping to 175 kilos for a matched personal best. 5 kilo jump from his second attempt. Very solid looking final attempt there for Elias. Good lift, 3 white lights. Now Gabriele Bellomo from Italy, looking to gain as many kilos as he can heading into deadlifts. Every kilo counts. 177.5 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump from his second. And should he make this, he'll be 20 kilos ahead of Adalgu heading into deadlifts. It's a hard gap to fill for Adalgu if he makes this.
And the keys.
I really thought he was
Wow.
going to get through that.
It was so unbelievably close.
It was. I was moments away from saying that was the perfect number, but 175 is all he had today, but he managed to get that on his second.
He's still in a very strong position to fight for the title.
Oh, absolutely.
And Adago still has some work to do to catch up to him.
You're absolutely right. 177.5 kilos for Justin Wu from the Netherlands, reattempting it after missing it on his second attempt. Just seemed a little bit too heavy. We saw some downwards movement and he gave up after that. But it is a completely different lift this time around.
Way better, and it's the 3 white lights.
Yeah, and we saw in his second there's some downwards movement, and I thought that he just decided to give up the fight there, and I think it's a sensible thing to do. If you know there's been an infraction, don't waste your energy, come back for it and conserve that energy. Now Manson Adalgu from Great Britain taking a 7.5 kilo jump. This will move him into bench press silver ahead of Pelican for the time being, as he's lighter with Pelican to follow. These extra 7.5 kilos will be integral in the fight for overall with Belomo. And it is lovely. Very close to it, accidentally tipping back there, but held onto it very well. And it is a good lift, 3 white lights.
Perfect execution on every single lift we've seen so far from Benson Adagu.
He did say to me if he won, we would see another cool celebration, so I'm holding out for that. Jakub Pelikan now from Czechia, 190 kilos in an attempt to move back into bench press silver ahead of Adagu. At the very least has already secured bronze with the second. Also looking to get as close to Devazaglu as possible for that overall podium position.
And it's a big fight, but unfortunately he's gonna have to stay in the bronze position.
Settling for bronze, but settling for a medal at all is still a fantastic effort.
Absolutely, especially in a category as stacked as these 83s.
Yeah, it really is very stacked, and it leaves him 10 kilos behind Devazaglu if he gets this. Dimitrios Devazaglu from Greece now, 197.5 kilos, already has bench press gold, looking to keep an extra 2.5 kilos ahead of Pelikan heading into deadlifts.
The Greek team making the sensible decision of trying to put themselves in the best position possible for a fight for an overall position instead of trying and chase the record. And it seems that's gonna be it for the Greek lifter.
Yeah, I think it wasn't just a sensible decision. I think it was really the only decision they could make, with that 195 being quite a limit left, but still walks away with that bench press gold and with a 7.5 kilo lead on Pelikan heading into deadlifts. And a summary here of the bench press: Jakub Pelikan from Czechia with bronze, 187.5 kilos. Manson Adagu from Great Britain in silver with 187.5 kilos on body weight, and in bench press gold with 195 kilos from Greece, Dimitrios Devazaglu. Now we're going to head into a 10-minute break before deadlift, so don't go anywhere and we will see you then.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 2024 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships in Pilsen, Czech Republic. I am here with you once again, Erasm Ivans, and with Emilia Potter.
Good evening.
We are going into the third round, the deadlifts for the 83s. First there will be the B group and then followed by the A group. In the A group, currently have a very interesting situation. Belomo leading on the subtotal with Dimitris Davazoglu actually in second, and Manson Adagu, the world champion, in third. Of course, subject to change after their deadlift openers.
Yeah,
But first, there will be a B group.
both Belomo and Adagu with really big deadlifts.
And the bar is loaded for our first competitor to face it here. 220 kilos for Arnar Gaui Bjornsen. And it's 3 white lights and a good lift for the Icelandic.
And with every successful deadlift that we see, it means a total is secured. You must get one successful lift of each discipline to secure that total, and as every lifter has got a squat and a bench in successfully, they have qualified to do so if they get a deadlift.
Gabriel Friščić of Croatia going for a 232.5 for his opening attempt.
Wow, very, very easy opener.
Absolutely flies up. I think I can see him jumping straight to his personal best at 250. Although it's a 2-to-1.
Yeah, he gets a red light for insufficient lockout, so that left side referee just not completely happy with the way he locked out. I imagine maybe they were looking for his shoulders to be a bit further back, but referees, centre and right, and the jury all happy with it.
Otto Jules of Finland opening at 240 kilos, 10 kg above his personal best.
2-to-1 again. That left side referee still not happy with this lifter's final lockout position. Let's have a look at that in the replay. Still is a good lift.
I can't really see why. Native Cavern of Belgium opening at 245. Bit jumpy there.
Yeah, I think he just wants to check the bar is loaded correctly. Looks nice and strong, 3 white lights.
Yeah, very solid first attempt. Nicolas Varnon of Belgium also opening at 245. And another good opener. Adam Bernolak of Slovakia, opening at 250.
Yeah, 27.5 kilos below his best, so should be nice and easy for him.
Three white lights and a good opening lift. Jaroslav Kubicek of Czech Republic, also opting to open at 250.
No dramas there, 3 white lights. Opening deadlift really is the last place you're looking to take risks. You want to secure that total and then take those jumps to build on your second and third. And that's exactly what they're doing here.
Absolutely. You want to secure a total to secure an overall placing, and then you can push deadlift, being the most technically simple lift of the three, of course allowing for larger jumps. Liam Malone of Ireland, our penultimate opener here, going for 265.
Wow, very comfortable weight for Liam there.
Absolutely flies up.
Three white lights, a good lift. Let's have a look at that again in the replay. Really very snappy lockout.
And we can see a cloud of white coming off of him. That would be the baby powder, and I'm already starting to smell it even in the commentary booth here. And for our final deadlift opener here in the B group, Gabriel Wiesek of Croatia, opening at 285.
Yeah, and if this moves well, he, like you said earlier, is definitely in a shout for a deadlift medal overall.
That's usually what the Croatians do. They get medals from the B group.
It's not easy to do either.
And a pretty solid moving opener for Wiesek. I think we're looking at a 15 to 20 kilo jump from what I've seen of him in previous competitions.
Yeah, well that's what he'll kind of need to fight for that deadlift medal. There are a few lifters in the A flight who are opening around about and above where he is.
And going into the second round, all of our lifters getting a successful opening attempt in. Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland taking a 20 kilo jump to 240.
I was going to say it's a little tough for a second attempt.
He's looking at his hands angry.
It's classic. That's a classic move after a lifter drops their lift, but it often is the reason, you know, if they lose grip, you can see he's just dropped it out of his fingertips there. And he lets us know why.
Gabriel Friščić of Croatia, going for 242.5. The first one was very fast. I was expecting a larger jump here, but we'll see what tactics are at play in the Croatian camp.
And it's not always the strength you have, but the jumps can really affect lifters as well. Struggling with lockout there, actually, saying that.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a no lift for him. Something not completely right there.
Yeah, well, he did get one red on his opener from the left-hand side referee for that lockout, but I think it was even less convincing this time round, unfortunately.
No, this time round it was completely unconvincing.
Well, yeah, with 3 reds, I suppose so.
Otto Jules of Finland going for 252.5. Has been taking chunks out of his personal bests left and right, and he's continuing to do so here.
A little bit of turbulence on the way up. Manages to lock it out.
A 2-to-1 good lift again from the left-hand side referee.
I had a feeling that left-hand side referee wasn't going to like that lockout. It's very upright. It doesn't mean it's incorrect. It just seems to follow the pattern that we've seen.
Of course, we're seeing it from the perspective of right side referee, so Nathan Cavren of Belgium jumping 15 kilos to 260. And it's 3 white lights and a good lift. Adam Bernolak of Slovakia going for 265.
A 15-kilo jump from his opener. And can't break the ground.
Yeah, really unfortunate there, and we'll see if he can maybe recover on his third.
I have a little bit more faith in the fact it could be a technical issue for sumo, but it does just seem perhaps like that was a strength issue. We'll have to wait and see.
Big fight there from Nicolas Warnon of Belgium. Gets the 265 up and gets the 3 white lights. But it was pretty heavy.
Yeah, 20-kilo jump will do that to you, but definitely leaves a smaller jump in the tank for that third attempt.
Jaroslav Kubicek of Czech Republic jumping 17.5 to 250. Pacing himself to reach or even break by a few kilos his personal best of 275.
Little wobble at the top, but it caused him no issues. It's a good lift.
Liam Malone of Ireland will be going for 285, 20 kilo jump for a 5 kilo personal best. Quite a big jump, but the first lift was very convincing.
Yeah, his opener was really, really smooth, and I can see why a 20 kilo jump would feel justifiable there.
The lift itself strong, but I think I saw his grip almost giving out there on the top.
Yeah, a little bit troublesome at the lockout, but he held it long enough and well enough to get those 3 white lights, and that's what counts. You can see here in the replay, holding it by his fingertips, getting the down command just in time.
And our final second attempt here, Gabriel Wiesek going to match his personal best at 300 kilos. Big support from the Croatian crowd, a lot of them gathering there here to support him.
Yeah, this is a huge second pull.
And
Trying to pace himself well to get that deadlift medal if possible.
he's gonna want this to go very smoothly there. I'm Wiesek.
Slow and steady, but he manages to lock it out and it looks good.
I think he lost the tiniest bit of positioning off the floor. Just looking at the replay here, just centimeters of his hips shooting upwards, and I think he made the lockout slightly harder than it needed to be there. We'll see what they put in for his third. There's definitely still room there.
Yeah, for sure. How much room is the question?
Arnar Gaui Bjornsson of Iceland reattempting 240 after his grip giving out on him on his second attempt.
Looks a lot better this time round.
He holds on. It's a 2-to-1 good lift with a blue from the right hand side. It'll probably be for supporting the bar with his thighs.
Yeah, that's what I imagine it will be for. Just seeing those knees go under the bar a little bit there, so...
Well, it did not seem outrageous to me.
No,
So
no. I personally agree with the white lights, but it's up to the discretion of the jury now whether they do or not.
Gabriel Friščić of Croatia will be reattempting 242.5, could not lock it out the previous time. The way up was not that hard, just the lockout. And we'll see if he can do it this time.
And it looks completely different to a second.
Yeah, a lot more convincing, and it's 3 white lights this time.
Definitely a bittersweet feeling, as you can see with his reaction. Happy that he gets it, frustrated that it didn't happen on his second, and he can push for more on his third.
Yeah, if nothing else, it's experience.
Yeah, invaluable experience to get on the international platform.
Otto Sules of Finland will be going for 260 kilos. He's been breaking personal bests left and right, having a great day today. And he is looking to add a further 7.5 kilos to his deadlift personal best. Oh, big effort there. Tried his best, but not today.
Yeah, and we saw that turbulence come on during his second, and he managed to push through it, but when it gets that hard, there's only so much energy reserve you have left in the tank.
Adam Bernolak of Slovakia reattempting 265. Could not break the floor with the previous attempt.
Wow, and there we go.
Oh!
And that is a shame, but to manage to go from not getting it off the floor to just missing it at lockout is a huge difference, and that's what we said about it being sumo. If it was conventional, perhaps a different story, but much harder to tell with sumo lifters.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the patience needed to get the deadlift moving off the ground, and then the stability to lock it out. Nathan Cavren of Belgium jumping 7.5 kilos to 267.5. Kilo personal best for Cavren.
Phenomenal effort, even being rolled out of position a little bit at the beginning of that.
Really grinding through the lift, and it's a 2-to-1 good lift with the left hand side referee not being satisfied with the lockout. We'll see on the replay here.
Ended up being a bit of a straight leg deadlift there by the end, so did really well.
Nicola Warnon of Belgium going for 272.5 for a 2.5 kilo personal best here on the deadlift. Big fight on the lockout.
Wow. That is absolutely incredible. What heart.
Brought the hips through and got the down command, got the white lights, and he's very satisfied with his performance today.
And so he should be. What a phenomenal final pull. Three lifts remaining in his B flight before we head through to the A group for the 83s.
Jaroslav Kubicek of Czechia going for 280 kilos, a 5 kilo improvement onto his personal best.
A lot of support from the home crowd here.
Big effort there, but unfortunately not there today. And we have two deadlifts left to go here. Liam Malone of Ireland, the first of our last two attempts here in the B group deadlifts. Going for 300 kilos, a 15 kilo jump from his second.
300 kilos, a huge milestone deadlift. And what a place to get it here on the international stage.
Oh, unfortunately too heavy today.
Yeah, and I was a little worried that if he did lock it out, he might have got in trouble for actually attempting the weight before he re-attempted it. You can
Yeah,
see he
it
attempted it there and then.
kind of seemed like a false start there to me also. But moving on into our final deadlift here, Gabriel Wiszek,
We'll have to make some noise.
305 kilos.
305 kilos.
5 kilo jump from his second. He was hoping for more, but he's trying to play it safe. We'll see where that puts him in the end. But going for a 5 kilo personal best here, and if on the deadlift and on the total. Aimo Wiszek. And he's locked in. And in his head, probably the phrase "Neciepel se džabe drva."
Focus on the technique.
And there it is.
There it is, the 305. I'd say arguably better than the 300.
2-1, a good lift. Does get a red for lockout, but I think he'll be okay with that. Again, just that left side referee sticking to his guns.
No, that definitely looks quite alright to me.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And we wrap up the B group deadlifts with Wiszek taking currently first place with 305, Liam Malone in second, and Nicholas Warren in third. Of course, all of that subject to change as we go into the A group.
Yes, absolutely. As you said, we head into the A group now, where we will see a huge fight for gold and a huge fight for bronze. We've already had 5 of the 9 changing their opening attempts. I'm sure we'll see some go up and some have gone down, and we will keep you updated on that as we head through. But the battle begins with Justin Wu from the Netherlands opening on 250 kilos. Lovely, easy opener there for Wu.
Yeah, absolutely flying up there for the Dutchman.
And I can tell you now, all 5 that have changed their opening attempt have gone up. So they are really, really pushing each other here. And we will let you know who those 5 are as they come through. The first of the 5, Oriol Fares from Spain, 250 kilos, who's upped it 10 kilos. And it's very, very easy.
Just waiting for the lights there as we look at the replay.
And you know what? I don't think I often see conventional Spanish lifting on deadlift.
You're right.
So very often sumo.
Yeah, I think he might be one of the first here in these championships we've seen.
And there we go, 3 white lights, a good lift, secures his total. Now Dimitrios Davizoglu from Greece upped it 2.5 kilos, but still just trying to push to a point where he is safe on the podium. 262.5 kilos for his opening attempt. Has a personal best of 275.
A solid moving first attempt for the Greek.
Yeah, 3 white lights, a good lift. have
And
a look at that again in the replay. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I think the next lifter changed his attempt either in response to him, or he did it in response to them, because they're in a tight fight for the bottom step of the overall podium.
Yeah, and they both adjusted the exact same. 2.5 kilos higher than it was for Jakob Pelikan from Czechia, 262.5, opposed to where it was previously 260 kilos. Also has a personal best of 275.
Whoa!
Yeah, he's very shaky in the way up and falls back onto his heels, loses balance there, and that's troublesome. And it might be costly, because it seems with an opener like that far too risky to go up anyway. But if he doesn't, perhaps then out the race, especially if Davzoglu has a good second and third attempt, needs to secure that total.
Yeah, he needs to secure that total, but on the other hand, of course, wants to be in the fight for the podium. It's going to be a big decision to make for him and the coaching team.
Yeah, to me, going up feels a little too risky, but we'll have to see what they do. Soren Augustin from the Netherlands, 275 kilos for his opening deadlift.
Very nice and solid for an opening attempt.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it. It was a solid opening attempt. Weight moved well and smoothly. Wasn't super fast, wasn't super slow. Elias Hanken Fiskestrand from Norway, opening on 280 kilos. Has a personal best of 307.5. Just asking the spotters and loaders to roll the bar forwards for him. Wants to make sure there's no talc on the ground, especially for sumo pullers.
And you really don't want your foot to slip and 280 kilos to fall on it.
No, not at all.
Extremely unpleasant feeling. And a very solid first attempt for the Norwegian.
Yeah, lovely. 3 white lights, a good lift. Diego Lopez de Riga Zubeldia from Spain, 280 kilos for his opening deadlift. Has a personal best of 295. Extremely easy, and it looks like he thinks so too.
Yeah, that's the style we're used to from the Spanish deadlifters.
Yeah, and it wasn't until I saw that conventional pull from his teammate Faris that I realized they usually do pull in sumo.
And I'd say they have the signature sumo where they finish very far back with their shoulders.
Yeah, very overextended. Now, Mansanar Dargu from Great Britain, 305 kilos, has upped his opener.
By 10, I believe.
Yes, by 10 kilos. Belomo upped his by 5, so they're both really trying to push each other here. Mansanar Dargu obviously had that final pull at Worlds, making him world champion. Let's see how 305 moves for him today to secure his total and set himself up to fight Belomo for that title. Segmented but strong, I would say.
Yeah, quite segmented. Basically a 2-part lift off the ground and then the lockout being a whole separate motion. But I kind of see the same with his bench and squat also. Very snappy lifter.
Yeah. Really hard to tell how much he has left in the tank. So looking forward to seeing what they put on. But for now, Gabriele Bellomo from Italy, who upped his opener by 5 kilos to 310. He has a very snappy deadlift himself. So I'm sure this will be very easy opener. If it's going to move, it's going to move quickly, is what I'm saying.
And you said it, it moves very fast.
Yeah, a bit of a speed wobble at the top, in fact, but manages to hold on to the bar so it doesn't drop at all. Patient off the ground, rewarded without snappy lockout. And it is a good lift. I've definitely seen easier openers from him, but it's not exactly like that 310 was hard for him. And heading into our second round of deadlifts, everybody's secured themselves a total. Bellomo leading in deadlifts, followed by Adagu, and then Visek still from the B group currently. Jakub Pelikan still without a deadlift on the board. Chose the more secure route of retaking the 262.5, which I think in this case, although may mean missing out on podium, is more sensible because of the nature in which he missed that opening attempt.
I'd agree with you there, and he might still be able to go for a very high jump and a heroic pull to try and claw back the kilos he has lost. Of course, if he gets this.
Wobbled a little bit, but hopefully held onto it enough, and 2-1, a good lift.
A blue light because of the wobble, I would presume.
We'll see here in the replay. So if the bar doesn't go down, it's not so much an issue. If the shoulders come forwards before they lock out, that's normally fine. Seems to be okay with the jury. So currently has a total. Justin Wu from the Netherlands jumping 15 kilos to 265 to match his personal best.
And it seems to be grip once again.
Yeah, let's have a look at that in the replay. Seems to take a while to get settled, perhaps some nerves coming in as well. I don't know. We'll have to see for his third, but for now it is a no lift. 270 kilos for Oriol Fares from Spain. 20 kilo jump from his opener. Our Spanish anomaly with his conventional deadlift.
And a very strong second attempt there for Fares. And in his job, he says he's a mechanic, so probably used to lifting some heavy engine blocks and gearboxes.
Who needs training when you have that? Dimitrios Devazoglu from Greece, 272.5 kilos, a 10 kilo jump. Devazoglu obviously fighting for that podium position. In a good position to take it right now.
The lockout is a bit of work, but he seems to be feeling very strong today. He's confident.
Yeah, and if he makes a small jump, it will be a sensible decision. Not because he doesn't have the strength in him, but it seems like Pelikan would have to put something huge on the bar in order to outpull him for podium.
And we can't count out Hanken.
No, you're absolutely right, we can't. Serrano Augustine from the Netherlands, 285 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener.
Seems to be slow and painful work getting the bar up, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, conventional can be like that sometimes, but the positive side of it, usually slightly easier to grind through than a sumo. Diego Lopez Torriga Sebeldia from Spain, 295 kilos, 15 kilo jump from his opener. His opener was very snappy.
Not that high up in the total rankings, but definitely a threat for the deadlift medal.
Yeah, absolutely. Could fight Hanken Fiskerstrand for that deadlift bronze. I think gold and silver perhaps will be taken by Adagu and Balomo.
And very strong there, as we're used to from the Spanish deadlifters. Fast and aggressive.
Yeah, and it works for them. Now, Elias Hanken Fiskerstrand from Norway, 300 kilos, a 20 kilo jump from his opener. Puts him in a good position to then push for a deadlift bronze on his third attempt and perhaps even fight for a podium position, like we said. Makes easy work for 20 kilo jump.
Yes, it seems to be very strong second attempt.
Now Manson Adagu from Great Britain jumping 12.5 kilos to 317.5. I think a slightly smaller jump than he would have wanted to make from his first to his second, but perhaps just trying to pace himself, see where he's at. He's going to have to hope that Balomo misses or falls down somewhere to close that gap. But he's done it once before. He is the reigning world champion. 317.5 kilos now for Manson's second attempt. He's maintained excellent strength all throughout the previous lifts. And I'd say that looked about the same as the opener.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, a very snappy lifter, almost a two-stage deadlift there. And I think he's also saving a bit of his strength there, going for an easier second to hope and have the strength left to go for the winning pull on his third.
I mean, look, we've seen him absolutely grind out a deadlift a few weeks ago, so we know that he can if he needs to. So we'll have to wait to see how that pans out, because Gabriel Balomo is on fire and on form today. 325 kilos, 15 kilo jump, and this moves him back into deadlift gold and gold overall, and puts a significant wedge between himself and Adagu. And he does it, 3 white lights, a good lift, and creates a very difficult job for Great Britain there. Like we said, if anyone in this flight could, it would be Manson, but it is a hard ask.
It's going to be a very hard ask for the Brit.
And as we can see, leading into third attempts, Belomo leading deadlifts with 325, Adagu just behind with 317.5, and still holding on to that bronze for now, Visek from Croatia from the B group. Subject to change now as we head into our third and final set of deadlifts in this 83 group. Justin Wu from the Netherlands, 272.5 kilos, missed 265 and is looking now to go up anyway.
Interesting choice there, but seems to be the wrong one.
Yeah, I agree. It was an interesting choice. It was an attempt change as well, so it was the second thought after what they originally put in, which I think was to retake. And I'm wondering what that would have been for, perhaps for a Dutch total record, I'm not sure.
Unfortunate there for the Dutch lifter. Otherwise had a fairly decent performance today, but
Now, 2 attempt changes have already come in from Team Greece, and here they are with their final choice, 280 kilos for Dimitrios Devizaglu. This will keep him in bronze overall and put him in a really good position to stay there.
if he gets this, he's really giving Hanken and Pelican some very big work to do.
Yeah, it would be a big ask from the two of them if he makes this. Huge day for Dimitrios. Let's see if he can finish off strong, putting himself in a good position for that bronze overall. And looks like he can. 3 white lights, a good lift, and sets himself up very, very nicely. And as to be expected, we've seen an attempt change come in. And it's been for Jakub Pelikan, who has gone up to try and push Dimitrios off of the podium. I'm wondering if we'll see the same come in for Hanken Fiskerstrand. We'll have to wait and see. For now, we have Oriol Fares from Spain, jumping 15 kilos to 285 for his final attempt for a 5 kilo personal best. Wow, what a phenomenal effort from Fares.
Great fight there from the Spaniard. Gets the 3 white lights.
So just to give you an idea what's happening on the scoreboard here, Belomo and Adagiv both put in 340 kilos. Belomo with the lower lot number will go first. But if he gets it, and Great Britain obviously don't drop before then, they are then forced to also take the 340 if neither of them drop. Lots of excitement to come up, and first of which will be Jakub Pelikan pulling 290 kilos, a 27.5 kilo jump in an attempt to jump onto the podium ahead with Hanken Fiskerstrand to follow.
This is gonna have to be a monstrous effort from the home hero. The crowd is cheering for him.
Big final pull for Tenshu at that bronze medal. And he gets it going. What heart, but no. 27.5 kilos was just too much of an ask today. And the bronze is still not safe for Dimitrios, as Hanken Fiskerstrand will still be shooting for it with his third attempt. But we're not there yet. We now have Serrano Augustine from the Netherlands, 292.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump for a new personal best. at him go.
Huge fight there, but just can't lock it out.
So close.
Showing such heart there.
And we've seen an attempt change come in. I'm going to keep my eye on the screen and see who that's from.
It's probably gonna be Lopez trying to just edge for the out Vishek for the deadlift medal.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Diego Lopez de Riga Zubeldia from Spain, jumping 10 kilos, changing that attempt to try and take that bronze medal on deadlift on body weight. Hoping as well Hanken Fiskerstrand might miss an attempt for pushing for podium overall. So now for the final time, 305 kilos for Diego Lopez de Riga Zubeldia for deadlift bronze. His first and his second were very snappy. See what another 10 kilos will do to that.
Oh! And as we have seen time and time again from the Spaniards, very fast, very aggressive deadlifts, but then very aggressive cutoff points.
Yeah, it's quick. It was quick until it isn't, essentially. As you can see here, if they're going to get past that point, it'll be quick. And if not, like you said, it'll just drop off. So, with Hanken Fiskerstrand pushing for that bronze medal overall, if he misses, the bronze medal does go to Visek from the B group, as we thought it might, or he might have a chance in doing so. But if Elias Hanken Fiskerstrand from Norway gets this, he doesn't just get deadlift bronze, but he will get bronze overall ahead of Davazaglu from Greece. 17.5 kilo jump from his second. Huge personal best if he makes this. It's a big ask, but a big reward should he get it.
This is gonna be a monstrous effort here from the Norwegian.
And the ask was just too big, but it was worth a shot. And we see another attempt change come in. I imagine, yeah, there we go, from Manson Adagu dropping to 332.5, something which I think he'd imagine is within reach. This will pull him into deadlift gold and gold overall for the time being, with Bellomo to follow. And it will push Bellomo to have to make his last attempt. If Manson makes this, Bellomo can drop to 327.5 just to get him by 2.5 kilos, as Manson is lighter. But it puts Manson in the best position possible to get that European title should Bellomo miss.
Things are really getting heated in the Park Hotel Congress Center in Pilsen, Czech Republic now. Manson Adagu is trying to throw the gauntlet.
Manson Adagu from Great Britain, 332.5 kilos for his third and final pull. Gold overall in both for the time being. And he gets it moving. The lockout is hard. He keeps trying, and it just isn't there today, unfortunately. But what an effort. Still gets that world title this year, but the European title eludes him, which means we know who the European champion is. And I've got to say, this slipped past me. I got caught up so much in the excitement, I didn't even see that Gabriel Bellomo was going for the World Junior Total record. So, he is going for the 340. Now he knows that European title is secured. Gabriel Bellomo of Italy, 340 kilos for a new World Junior Total record by 2 kilos. Absolutely huge day for the Italian lifter. One last pull of the day for a world record. and it's just too much of an ask for Bellomo, unfortunately, but he is your European champion today.
What a great battle we have had here today.
Yeah, it's been absolutely phenomenal, and they really pushed each other so hard. Bellomo and Adagu for gold, and Davazaglu, Hankin Fiskastrand and Pelican for that bronze. And in deadlift, from the B group, Croatian lifter Gabriel Visek with 305 kilos in bronze. Manson Adagu from Great Britain in silver with 317.5 kilos. And your gold medalist in deadlift, we have Gabriel Bellomo with 325 kilos. And overall, Dimitrios Davazaglu from Greece, your bronze medalist with 750 kilos. Your silver medalist from Great Britain with 785 kilos, Manson Adagu. And your new junior European champion with 800 kilo total, Gabriel Bellomo from Italy. We're going to head now into the medal ceremony, so please do join us for that, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. local time, and that will be for the 63 and 93 kilo B groups. We'll catch you then.
The participation medals will be given today by Mr. Sandro Rossi and by Mr. Zedin Kovac. Congratulations to all of you, first of all. It's definitely one of the highlights of this European Championship so far. Thanks to all of you. For the squats medals, the bronze medalist with 275 kilos best lift from Greece, Dimitris Davazoglou. The silver medal from Great Britain, 208 kilos best performance, Mansan Adagu. 300 kilos for the best squatter in the heavyweight class from Italy, Gabriele Velomo. Well done, guys. Congrats. Thank you. Medal of bench press. The Czech lifter is sitting with the bronze medal with 187.5 best lift, Janko Pelikan. Silver medalist, same weight bench, but lighter on body weight from Great Britain, Mansan Adagu. And the gold medalist from Greece with 195 best lift, Dimitris Davazoglou. We are 5 kilos for the bronze medalist on deadlift from Croatia and mostly from the big group, Vishek Gabriel. The silver medalist with 317.5 kilos from Great Britain, Mansan Dagu. The gold medalist with 325 kilos from Italy, Gabriele Velomo. Thank you, gentlemen. Davagoglu. For a second time in a couple of weeks, an epic battle in the 83 juniors. The silver medalist from Great Britain, 785 total, Mansan Adagu. And with a well-rounded 800 totals, this year, the European champion from Italy, Gabriele Beromo. And of course, three of these athletes are now taking the top three on best IPF scoring points. Please, everyone, stand up for the national